Good evening, good evening, good evening, everyone. Hopefully, everyone is having a great Tuesday. It is Tuesday, right? I swear it feels like a Friday or Saturday, like I already need a break. I don't know about anybody else. So,
I feel you.
oh, goodness gracious. So, I'm going to go ahead and get us started on tonight's How to Buy International Real Estate. We have a special guest tonight, so we're going to change up a few things. Hey, Alejandro, how you doing?
Hey, Tameka, thank you
Uh,
for the invitation.
Oh, no, no problem.
Very well here in the Caribbean, Punta Cana. I
It's
cannot
always
complain.
good. It's always good in Punta Cana.
It is.
Weather's always good. So, normally we have a whole presentation and we do things a little differently around here, guys. But because we have our guest on and we like to be respectful of everyone's time, and of course, we know we replay this to all of our agents and all of our investors and things like that later on. I'm going to go ahead and let Alejandro kind of tell us about their projects. And for those who have not been on tour yet, understand and know that Noval's Properties is on our tour. So you will be able to come in and meet with them, and you'd see Alejandro and his team when you guys attend the next tour. So we do have a tour coming up in May. So yeah, it's registration is open right now. So if you guys are interested, I want you guys to hold all your questions kind of until he's finished or until he gives us direction on how that's going to happen. And Latoya and I will make sure that we're allowing your guest in and monitoring questions on the back end while he kind of tells you more about what's going on and his projects, more about his company, because I can already tell you that Noval is our #1 developer in not just Punta Cana, but in the Dominican Republic. And that comes from my good friends at the Minister of Tourism and everything else, that this is a respected projects that they offer. And I just wanted to get you guys on here to talk to, them directly and start asking those questions. But more importantly, what's even available because their properties go so fast. You got
True.
what you find out today may not be totally available if you wait too long to come in December or something like that. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Alejandro.
Okay.
Pardon my, if I take my screen off, is just because I want people to focus on you and not my
Okay.
hair
Thank you.
moving or something, because I start moving around and wanting a snack. So and you should have access to, if you want to show anything on PowerPoint or
Yes.
anything like that, just let us know. Like I said,
Okay.
we're in the back monitoring. So I'll just give it over to you.
All right. Thank you very much. So let's start first of all with me. My name is Alejandro. I'm originally from Argentina. Been living here for the last 14 years in this beautiful country. And let's start about a little bit about Noval, because always is important to know with who you are investing if you are investing outside of your country, right? So Noval Property is a construction company that actually started in 2003. So we've been more than 14 years, 10 years working in 20 years in working in the area. And we start as a construction company and then we become a developer. Okay. I am a sales executive in this company. And 6 years ago, also, we created a new company called Caribbean Connection that actually is a hotel management company. So actually, we are in charge to run the rental vacation of our all complex. Why we do this? Because we are looking high standard, guys. We are looking to take care of your properties, okay? We're gonna be 100% responsible for your property. But the good thing about this is that every time that you want to use your property, you have to let us know. You send an email, you give a call, just to let us know that you are coming from this day up to this day, and you have full access to your property to use it. On the time that you are leaving, we clean it and we put it back into our pool vacation. Okay? Now, know a little bit more about the company. just a quickly brief about the pillar of this company, why this company become so popular, and why we become the biggest construction company in the Dominican Republic, is because of the three pillars of the company. Pillar number one is gonna be the best location guide. You know, when you do business, location, location, and location is the most important thing. We have three type of location. First line of the beach, second line of the beach, maximum 15-minute walking distance to the beach. Or we do project inside of a gated community where you have an access to a private beach club. Okay. The second pillar of the company is the best product, because everything that we deliver inside of the unit is coming from Europe, and everything is high standards. Okay, we deliver a fully furnished or unit, so this is very simple for the owners. All right, and the third pillar is going to be a smart investment with Noval. That for me is the most important pillar for this company. And the smart investment with us is going to be for two things. The number one is because we are your hotel management company. So we will do everything for you guys. Okay. This is going to be hassle free. You don't have to do nothing. We're going to be in charge of everything to do check in, check out. Even we're going to assist them to do excursion or transportation to the client. We're going to do the maintenance, and we're going to do the cleaning to the units. Okay. And another thing very important about the smart investment with Noval is that every single project of Confotour, every single project of Noval is under the law of Confotour. What is the law of Confotour in the Dominican Republic? This law was created by the government of the Dominican Republic, okay, just to motivate investors to come to the Dominican Republic and invest in tourist projects. And if you invest in tourist projects like the one that we are building and developing, you will have two huge benefits. The benefit number one is going to be that you will not pay the land transfer. That is actually 3% of the total cost of the property. So you will be saving that money. And also you will not pay property taxes for the next 15 years. Okay, that's a huge saving. We know that you pay a lot of money to the Uncle Sam, so it's better to come here to the DR, because if you are Dominican or you are a foreign, the law apply the same to everyone. So there is no problem to invest in the Dominican Republic. All right, just to let us know, guys, this is a huge company that we deliver a couple projects already. We're talking about more than 10 projects delivery. We are delivering about 3,000 units, and in the next 4 years, we're going to deliver another 4,000 properties. Okay. Now, getting inside of the projects, let's start with the location. Just to let you know, guys, that 90% of our project is located here in the Punta Cana area. But either way, we are also building in Santo Domingo, and also we are building in Las Terrenas in the north of the country. Why or 90% of our project is located in Punta Cana? Because actually the last year, we got more than 10 million of tourists in the Dominican Republic, and only 80% of those people always goes to Punta Cana. So in the investment perspective, I would highly recommend to invest in this area because it's the most area developed, where you have all the all-inclusive hotels, you have all the condominium and supermarket, private hospital, and many things to do in this area. Okay, the first project that I'm going to introduce is from the international airport of Punta Cana to what is located actually the Hard Rock Hotel that is inside of the gated community of Cana Bay, is only about 25-minute driving distance. Okay, right over here we can see the Hard Rock Hotel here, oceanfront, and behind there is a golf course. Also, it is the Hotel Rio, and right here in the middle between these two all-inclusive hotel, there is a private beach club that is called Cana Bay Beach Club. Inside of this gated community, that actually I have this picture where you can see on the right the highway, and when you get inside of the project, you go through the golf course, and on the right where I'm pointing, you have different development, okay, and on the left you have the Hard Rock Hotel. Here in this area, all these buildings that you see over here, all of these plus all of these was developed by Noval property. We are talking about over 400 units delivery already, and it's coming two new projects. One we launched already here that is called Riviera Bay, and then is coming another project is going to be located here on the right that is going to be called Poseidonia. Okay, it's going to be launching in a couple months from now. Another very good things to know about this area, guys, that next to Cana Bay projects actually is now is under construction the Moon Palace Hotel. That is a huge hotel. That is two big towers. There's going to be 24 levels. And the owner of this hotel is the brother of the owner of the Hard Rock Hotel. So imagine to invest in this complex, you will have two huge neighbors, that one is the Hard Rock Hotel and the other one is the Moon Palace. Okay? Inside of this project, remember that you have a private beach club that actually I'm going to show you right now. It's beautiful, it's stunning, this beach club, and it's unique in this area.
For those who've been on tour with us, you guys have seen this. We actually visit and take a break at the beach club.
So right here in the middle, guys, is the Cana Bay Beach Club. On the right, we have the Rio Hotel. On the left, we have the Hard Rock Hotel. Okay? Now, getting inside of the project, this is a beautiful project that has 5 storage. All the units that are in the 5th level, they own the private terrace on the 6th level. So those are penthouses. This complex has 110 units between 1, 2, and 3 bedroom units. The corner units, we are talking about 3 bedroom units. In the middle, we have the 2 bedroom unit. In front of this complex, you have the main pool, okay? And all the unit that is facing to the parking lot and is also facing part of this complex facing to the Moon Palace, to the new hotel, are the 1 bedroom unit. Another things to know that all the unit is coming assigned with the parking lot, so you will be actually the owner of that parking lot that is going to be assigned to your units. Okay, this is a beautiful project. Different renders, of course, is coming with elevator, the whole complex. Okay, remember that are coming fully furnished, the whole unit, that actually I'm going to show you right now the inside of the unit. The only thing that you will be missing in the interior of the unit are only the curtains and appliances in the kitchen, like a coffee machine, microwave, toaster, little things, all right? But the biggest stuff, the furniture in the kitchen, the hood, the micro ceramic grill, the oven, the fridge, the laundry machine, everything is coming included. Also, just to let you know, we use high ceiling. We're talking about 9 feet tall. In the floor, we use Italian tiles, okay? Coming even with the flat screen TV. The kitchen, the top in the kitchen, we use quartz. The backsplash is quartz. The cabinet in the kitchen is coming from Italy with the system soft closing. And all the facet in the unit is coming actually from Germany, really, really high standards. Also is coming with central air conditioning. We call it by zone because you will have a digital control in every single area. So you can control the temperature in the different rooms and even in the living room. The master suite is coming with a king size bed. The secondary bedroom is coming with a queen size bed. If you can notice here, even that you have a king size bed, you have a lot of space around the bed because something particular about this construction company that our units are really spacious, okay, really big. This is one of the terrace, one of the penthouses that is coming including the jacuzzi and is coming included the half bathroom. All the furnace from the upside is not coming included. Even the barbecue area is not coming included, but if you want to add it, we can put it and you can buy it from us because we have another company that is called Casa by Noval that actually is a furniture company that we can supply with more furniture in case that you want to add it to your particular unit. Okay? Different renders. Something that is really good about this company is that whatever we show you is the same thing that we're gonna deliver to you guys. Okay? Now, going to the prices. Okay, let's see what we have available. Actually, we launched these projects like 2 months ago. So right over here, all these prices that you see, the numbers of the unit, the number one means that you are in the ground floor, second, third, fourth, fifth level. You have the bedrooms, price, square meter, and square feet. Just to let you know, guys, the HOH, the maintenance for this particular unit is going to be $2 times the square meters of the unit. Okay? So the price is going to start in $195. It's a 1-bedroom unit, and you have 723 square feet. Remember that with this price, it's coming fully furnished. A 2-bedroom unit go all the way up to $300,000 and is 1,100 square feet. Remember that the maintenance is $2 times the square meter of the unit. Every time that you go up, the price increase a little bit because you have a better view. All right? So you have the different levels and you have the different prices to take a look. We're gonna share all this information through Tameka, so later you can scratch your number, you can see a little bit the different render. If you have any question, you have just to let us know. All right? Now, after seeing what is available, I'm going to show you a payment plan so you can have an idea how you can get one of these units. Okay? For example, Riviera Bay, a 1-bedroom unit costs $200,000. Okay? You to make a reservation, you need to pay $5,000. Now this could be paid by a wire transfer or with a credit card. You don't need to be here. We can send you a link to your email. You can complete the information and we're gonna charge you the $5,000. All right. This project is going to be delivered June 2026. So it's under construction. So this is the way how works the payment plan. Imagine that today you say, okay, Alex, I want to move forward. I want one of these units fully furnished. I will pay the $5,000 with the credit card. And after 30 days, you have to complete the 20% of the total cost of the unit. So the 5,000 plus the $3,500,000, this 40,000 is actually the 20% of the total cost of the property. Okay, has to be complete in 30 days. During the construction, you have to pay the 40% of total cost of the property, okay, in 7 payments, and you do this payment every 3 months, okay? And of the day of the delivery, you have to pay the last 40% that even you can even finance this last portion with the bank entity in the Dominican Republic. Okay, we can help you a little bit with that to give you the contract from the different banks and start the process. We recommend to the owners to start this process like 3 months before delivery time. Okay, so this is the way that you can get one of these units. In the beginning, you have to pay the 60% of the total cost and during the construction, and of the day of the delivery, you pay the last 40%. Okay? Another project that I can introduce you guys is a project that is called River Island. This project is next to the Barceló Hotel. Actually, all this hotel in front is the Barceló Hotel. We bought from them this land where it's going to be located Atlántida. It's going to be located Atlántida, River Island, and the Grand Arena. The Grand Arena is going to be a boutique hotel, and Atlántida and River Island is going to be 2 condo hotels. In front of the project, we're going to do a commercial area where it's going to be a shop. It's going to be like a shopping mall where you will have like a different shop, restaurant, bar, gym, spa, banks, office to rent, different activity to do in this commercial area that actually is going to be open to the public. But in case that you want to get inside of the private project, you have 2 gates, one over here, and you have another gate located over here, because it's actually a gated community. Around the whole project, you have a track where you can do exercise, run around the whole project, ride bicycles, all right? You will have a sport area where you have tennis and paddle courts. In the middle of Atlántida, that this project is sold out, we have something left in River Island, but in the middle of Atlántida, you will have like a something that is going to look like a beach club, because it's going to be a restaurant right here in the middle, and we're going to do like an artificial beach around the restaurant. Okay, this is one massive pool that the outside rim is connected with the inside rim, that either way, if you buy in Atlántida or River Island, you can use both projects. In the bottom, this is called the Grand Arena. This is a boutique hotel that you have the hotel rooms here on the back, but in the middle, you have the big arena where this area has a capacity for 9,000 people. That this is It's called an amphitheater hotel because we're gonna arrange concert, convention center, different activities so we can bring people into our complex. Okay? And River Island has 16 pools, all the pools are connected to each other. You have 5 social area where you have bathroom, showers, and barbecue area where are close to the main pool. And you have one pool bar over here and another pool bar over here. We have some units available in this complex that are only the 2 and the 3 bedroom units. So you can take a look of Atlantida. You can see the restaurant in the middle of the complex, okay? In the front area in the top, you can see the commercial area. On the left in the bottom, you can see the sport area. You can see here the track that goes around the whole project. And on the left, you have River Island. And in the top, you have the Grand Arena, the hotel, that all the room is facing to the stage. This is a really cool concept, guys. And in the investment view, the good thing about this amphitheater hotel that every time that we will arrange concert and the people who want to stay in our complex, they will need to pay almost the double. Because this is a nice concept that normally use the Hard Rock Hotel, that this is the only hotel who arrange concert in the area, that when they do concert, they double the price of the night, and it's almost impossible to find availability. Here you have a render of River Island. You can see here a little bit one of the social area that is next to the main pool, and you can see one of the pool bar here. All this complex is with 1, 2, and 3 bedroom units. The building in the bottom and this little building in the middle are 1 bedroom unit, but those areas are sold out. And we have some unit available in the back complex that where we have the 2 and the 3 bedroom unit. Remember that this complex also is coming fully furnished. In the middle of the complex, we will have this huge oasis, beautiful complex. We will have all these waterfall connecting all the pools. We can see another pool bar in the complex. All the pools are connected. We have even this bridge that the people can swim under, and you have all this waterfall with this balinese bed also in the middle of the complex. This is actually the restaurant in the middle of Atlantida that all the people has access to. A view of the restaurant of Atlantida. This is a view from the upside area where it's going to be the commercial area. This is on the right, is actually the Barceló Avenue, the main road. And here on the bottom, you have all the restaurant, the bar, the shop in the top. On the right here, we're going to do a showroom that actually all the one who's coming to the Dominican Republic, we were gonna make and arrange a tour, guys, where you can come and see the construction site. We're gonna show you a model unit that you can see or finish, and also we're gonna take you to a showroom just like this one, so you can see pretty much how it looks all the furnace that we're going to deliver to our complex. Okay. Another area of the commercial area, you have the gym, you have the spa. Inside of the gated community, you can see the track here. This is a render from the inside. You can see some people just riding bicycle. And over here, you can see one of the gates of the complex. Remember that this is a gated community. So you have security 24-hour. This is another view from one of the penthouses of River Island. This is one of the unit that in the first level that has access to the swim up, a direct access to the pool, and this is one of the pool bar in the complex. The interior of the unit is gonna look like this. Remember, this coming fully furnished. All the furniture is coming from Spain, Italy, and the faucet is coming from Germany. This is an example of one studio. This is an example of the kitchen of the one-bedroom unit using the quartz in the top. The backsplash is quartz as well, giving you a nice finish. The master suite, remember, is coming with a king size bed. The secondary bedroom is coming with a queen size bed. Taking a look of the prices for the 2-bedroom unit in the second and third level that we have available, cost the same. In the second or in the third level, the property costs $340,000 and the size is 1,400 square feet. And remember that the maintenance, the HOH, is only $2 times the square meter. For a 3-bedroom unit, costs $520, is in the second level, and is 2,500 square feet. It's a huge property, has the size like in a small house. All right. The payment plan is gonna be exactly the same. Always we request $5,000 to do the reservation. After 30 days, you have to complete the 20% of the total cost of the property. During the construction, you have to pay the 40% of the total cost of the property divided in payment. And you do this payment every 3 months with a wire transfer. And the last 40% you pay of the day of the delivery. Okay? So that will be pretty much from this size. Tameka, I don't know, guys, if you have any question.
If you guys have questions, drop them in the chat box if you don't want to talk. And again, we have all this information in our office and that kind of thing. So if you are here with a client or a client who's not here with their agent, just get back with them and you guys can send an email over at any time to myself or anyone on the staff, and we can answer any questions. So Alejandro, I appreciate you coming and sharing this. I know for some people who haven't been on tour, this is amazing. But some of us who've been there, we've been on the ground and telling people, just what they're going to miss out on with all the development, and with Punta Cana being the #1, destination place. This is where you want to be. We've been saying that for
Exactly.
the last 3 years since we've been buying over here. So just want, to thank you again for giving up your time. I see one question here that says, are these units going to be available in 2026? Uh, we can't
It's
tell you
gonna,
that. I can tell
yeah.
you. I can tell you how fast they sell on
Yes.
other projects they have. I mean, and he's been, real. I mean, these 2 projects are the other projects that we used to look at are no longer available. Let me say that. So
Yes.
these are bigger. So, but I can't tell you if so, what's going to be available in 2026, knowing that we haven't gotten into the full season of, people coming into the DR. Remember, we're just coming out of some of this coldness, and you have a lot more tourism and people who kind of go on vacation and then decide, oh, maybe I should go check this out and then go and purchase. So I don't know your thoughts on it, Alejandro. I just know I can't
Yes, but you
forecast
know,
that far.
my recommendation is always if you are looking something to invest, the best time to invest is gonna be right now because we don't have the time machine to go back on time. Because every time that we see on future, remember that the price goes up. So if you wait until the 2026, you have to know that maybe the price is gonna be 20% more of what we are selling right now. You know what I mean?
Right. And, Noval is one of the developers who actually does provide their ROI on properties. So if you're here and you want that information, also let us know that, they have that in their office and they share that, freely with us. And so I'll take one last question. I see Kim has a question on what is the typical rent per night? And I guess you're asking for the new project or maybe just in general, because they wouldn't have specifics on that. Um, Alejandro, can you talk to that? I,
Yes,
I can talk
okay.
to what's going on
I
in
have
the
actually
other
in a
ones.
spreadsheet here where I can also we will share it with you guys so you can have an idea how much we're gonna charge and what you can generate during the years with us. Okay. All these numbers that I'm going to show you are very conservative numbers because of course we don't want to play against us because we're gonna be the one who's gonna be doing the rental vacation. So let me explain you a little bit this. For example, we when we start like a year ago selling this project, the studios, the one bedroom unit used to cost 159. That actually after 1 year we raised the price 15% more. So all these people already gain that 15% after a year. Okay. For example, this property costs 159. So we're gonna charge per night in high season 120, mid season 100, and in low season it's gonna be $83. The 96 is the average rate of the 3 season. The occupancy rate that normally in this area is about 80 to 85%, but we prefer to show you conservative numbers. So this property generate over 12,000 US dollar per year in net income after you pay everything. So we are saying that your ROI is 7.67%. Also, I'm going to show you your expenses. How much we charge to manage the whole complex? We charge 30%. Okay. This condominium maintenance is going to be the HOH for the whole year. So you have to divide this in 12 months. This is the expenses for the water, electricity, and services for the whole year. So after you pay all these expenses, this is what is going to remain for you in your pocket. If I have to show you for an example for a 2 bedroom unit that costs $340,000, for example, this one, your net income based in 65% of occupancy that make over $22,000. Okay, this is your return on the investment, and this is going to be how much we charge to manage the whole complex, maintenance for the whole year, water, electricity, and services. After you pay all of that, this is what is remain in your pocket. Okay, this is in a spreadsheet that we can share with you guys also. Another question?
All righty. We appreciate Alejandro. All other questions we'll handle, and then if there's any that we can't answer on this side, we'll definitely let you know. We have numbers for surrounding locations as well, so we can provide all of that stuff that you guys are looking for. Just let us know and send us an email. So Alejandro, appreciate you again for,
Okay.
your time. So
Thank
we're
you
gonna
very
let you
much for
go.
this invitation.
We'll let you
Okay.
go and then we'll continue on with our meeting. So for those who are around and have additional questions or want to stick around for the presentation that Latoya does, um, you're welcome. So talk to you later, Alejandro. I'll see you next month.
Okay, Tameka. Thank you for the
All right.
invitation. Thank you, guys.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Good night.
So guys, ISAs and other folks who are here, you're welcome to um, ask any other questions that may come up, take your notes. Noval is just one of our developers that we work with. We work with several. And if you're an ISA, then if you're a new ISA, then you may have not met all of our developers just as of yet, but know that you can request that during any time that you'd like is to meet them one-on-one. So at this time, I normally just kind of go over the presentation unless Latoya wants to take over. But is there anybody here if this is their first time here as an ISA? I can't see everybody's name, so let me do this in case. Let me stop that video. Anyone here first time or wants to introduce themselves or let us know what you're looking for?
We have one hand up, Tameka. Sadell.
Hey, yeah, my name is Sadell Lewis. I'm into the blockchain, and I'm also looking at investing in real estate and helping build out the blockchain system for real estate development and companies and investors. So I was invited by Latoya, and it's great to be here. So it's my first time. Thank you, Latoya, for inviting me.
You're welcome. You got to come next week too
Great.
for our Mexico training.
Oh, for sure. Mexico always.
Okay, thank you. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Just make sure I'm not missing anybody, guys. I can't see from where
Yes, this is my first time. My name is Evelyn Moses Perry. I was invited by Kim Miller. This is, I'm just trying to gather all the information, but I see, the homes are very beautiful. And so we were excited.
Awesome, Evelyn. I of course met you, but the key thing, guys, is that there's so many opportunities. So it can be overwhelming because, like I said, with just Noval, they will have 11 or 12 projects in going at one time. He talked about two, and that's all he talked about because that's all we really have time for. So it's always in your best interest to kind of identify and kind of know what price points your people want to be in so that it helps us to then narrow down what the search is for you. So with Noval, we have probably another 7 or 8 developers that we work with, and each one of them have several projects. So if you can imagine that all of that's happening at one time, and on top of that, they don't have an MLS system. Okay, so like we can go, you guys can go on Zillow and all kind of other places to find out what's happening. There is no MLS in the Dominican Republic, so it is on our staff to be able to give you guys the information you need from brochures and ROIs and things, but it gets really wild really quick the minute you guys say, well, yeah, I'd like show me everything under 200 or between 200 to 300,000. Impossible for us to do that. So again, when you guys show up to these, then you get more information, you get more clarity. And so even if you can't make a tour, these are very helpful. So continue to take your notes. I know it's a lot. And when you can find the time to get on a tour, it'll make it a little easier for you because then you get to get into the culture, you get to see the product face to face, you get to feel the neighborhoods, talk to the people directly, and it makes it a little easier. So Latoya, I'm going to fall back if you can take over the PowerPoint as you guys move into that for those who are here to hear that information.
Okay, perfect. You go ahead and get started. All right, good evening, everybody. So I hope you all enjoyed the presentation by one of our developers, which is for Noval Properties. And so we've already done some welcome and introductions. Is there anyone else who would like to introduce themselves right now, or we can go ahead and keep rolling? No? All righty. Okay, so tonight you learned a little bit about what we have going on in the Dominican Republic, but we do invest in other countries as well. And these are the investment opportunities that we do have available for our clients. So on the right-hand side, you'll see your condos, 2 and 3 bedroom casitas, duplexes, fourplexes, sixplexes, and villas. On the left-hand side, these are more of your commercial properties. So restaurants, pad sites, hotels, and general commercial. So if that's like a strip mall, or a mixed use type building, or if you want to build like some multi-unit or multifamily units or something of that nature, that would go under the general commercial. And so there is a process when you're thinking about investing internationally, especially for people who are first timers or, you know, a little bit weary about doing so. I know we hear a lot of things about things going on overseas and everything, but there is a process to it. You got to get your mindset around it and decide on your budget. You got to consider, hey, do I want beachfront? Because, you know, if you want beachfront, then that's going to come with a different price tag than if you go with something a little further inland. Yes, you want to attend a presentation just like the one that we're on right now. You can attend the monthly tours that we have, and we do have 2 tours coming up next month, one for Mexico and one for the Dominican Republic. I can get you all more information on that if you need that information. You can reserve your property. So you heard Alejandro talk about the $5,000 reservation. And so it really just depends on the project and the jurisdiction where you're investing, what your reservation cost is going to be. Then you want to complete your due diligence. Now, your due diligence, of course, that's anything that's going to make you happy or satisfy you with your purchase, right? So you might want to check out what the property taxes are going to be like, or what are tax implications for your investments, or, you know, what you have to pay on income. Do you have to file in that country? Do you have to file in the US? Just a whole host of things that you could think about during the due diligence period that we may not have already provided for you. We do a lot of the work up front for you all, just to kind of make it an easier transition for you to invest internationally. But there may be some other questions that we don't necessarily handle for you all that you want to dig a little deeper into. And that's normally about a 30-day period we give you for that. Then you'll sign your contracts. And then after that, you'll meet the requirements to obtain the property. So in most cases, with the owner financing that we receive from the developers, you're not going to have to worry about credit checks or anything like that. More than likely, all they'll be asking for is maybe a passport or some other documentation just to prove that you are who you say you are. And that's pretty much all you'll need for meeting the requirements to obtain the property. So financing options. So of course, cash is king, right? I haven't ran into a developer yet that says, I'm not going to take your cash. So you could definitely pay cash for your properties if that's something you want to do. But if you want to leverage, you can consider stateside lenders. Now, they won't necessarily lend on the international property directly, but if you own property in the States, you can refinance that or take out a second mortgage or something like that to pull cash out to purchase over in whichever country it is that you would like to buy in. There's lenders abroad. So depending on the projects, of course, I know most of them don't necessarily lend or don't really like to lend on new construction properties, which is why we have the payment plans available. But if you decide to purchase an existing property, then you could possibly get finance for that. I know in the Dominican Republic, they'll do somewhere between 50 to 70% LTV. And then you'll have to, of course, come out with the down payment and everything. And then the interest rates right now, I think the last time I checked, they're around 12, somewhere between 12 and 17%. There's owner financing, which is like what Alejandro offered. That's more of an owner financing type, or if you purchase from another owner who's willing to finance you, that's an agreement that can be made as well. There are incentives. So there's multiple incentives. It just really depends on what they have going. The Fly and Buy program is one of those incentives where they'll offer you a discount on your purchase price up to the amount of your travel fees, right? So they'll cap it, they might say, we'll give you $3,000 off, you turn in your receipts and everything for your hotel and for your flights, things like that. And then they'll take that amount off of your purchase price. Sometimes there's Black Friday deals, like we just had recently for Mexico during the end of November, early December time. They had a Black Friday deal. So they were taking up, up to a certain percentage off of the purchase price for people who wanted to buy during that time. And then, of course, there's creative financing, right? So just like the word says, it's creative. If you can create it and everybody agrees, then you have created your own financing. Another creative financing is partnerships. So we'll talk a little bit more about that on this slide. And so I like to call this partnering your way to success. This is actually how I was able to obtain my first investment property in Dominican Republic, was partnering with 3 other ladies, and we all went in together and, worked out that purchase, right? So how that looks, you'll take a $99,000 property or $100,000. This is actually a property that was available, no longer available now. But you can see how this looks. So you'll have 4 partners. So basically everyone comes in with about $25,000 over the period of time that you have to pay, which is normally about 24 months. And of course, once you start using it as a short-term rental or whatever other type of rental investment you're going to be doing, then you guys will be splitting the profits and expenses and everything. All right, sample payment plan. So I know Alejandro's, he showed you a sample payment plan of what that looks like with the $5,000 reservation, then paying the rest of your down payment. In this plan, it's at 10%. We do have some developers who take a 10% down payment, but it could be all the way up to 25%. Just really depends on the project. And then after that, you'll pay another 10% in March. So, well, March was last month. So just considering if you have started the purchasing process in December and then move right along on into March, then you'll have the construction period, which is about 24 months or so. And you'll be paying 7% throughout that, and then pay your remaining 10% at the end of construction when you receive your keys. This sample payment plan is actually for our Mexico lots. And why I put this in here, or why we have this separate, is because it is a little bit different. Because with Mexico, you'll be purchasing lots. And then the reservation deposit is only $500 as opposed to $5,000. So you'll have $500 to reserve. Then you'll pay your remaining 10% in 30 days at the signing of your contract. So in this example, it will be $2,500 more. And then with Mexico, it's also a little different because instead of the financing throughout the construction period or while you're waiting to receive your lot, you're actually going to have a 20-year financing term with the first 36 months, no interest. And so you can really leverage these lots and leverage this payment plan to do more if you're looking to get into development per se. And then it just kind of rolls over. So as you get to the 37th month, you then start to incur at 1% interest. And then if you decide to go ahead and finance throughout the rest of the 20 years from year 11 to 20, that's at 1.25%. All right, so that's all I have as far as the presentation goes. I'd like to thank you all for staying around and for listening, and also coming out to support and listen to what our developer had to say. I want you all to remember that next Tuesday, we will have Carlos Rodriguez here from, he's our sales director from the largest land developer in Mexico. He will be here to talk about the lots, and we'll also dive into the new house building program that they now have available. So make sure you guys are here, register, same link, come back next week and check us out. If anyone here is interested in becoming an ISA, you heard Dr. Tameka Bryant talk about ISAs, mention that some of us are ISAs on the call. An ISA is an international sales agent. If you don't know what that stands for, you can attend the class online or in person. So just really, you could do a self-study course, or if you're more of an in-person kind of person, you can look for our events and you can attend one of the in-person events to take the class. You would pass the exam, receive your certificate, and you'll be joined into our private Facebook group, and you could start selling as soon as today. Now, with our ISA opportunity, you do not have to be a licensed real estate professional. So you could be licensed or unlicensed. doesn't matter. You can sell. I'll tell you, some of our best sales agents are people who don't even have a real estate background. They're actually nurses. And so we've had them really knock it out the water with selling property. So if you're looking to get into real estate or you've been thinking about it, you can come back and join us on Thursday. We have our ISA information session where we talk a little bit more about what it takes to become an ISA and what that looks like. So at this time, I'll open the floor up for any other additional questions you all may have. So anyone have any questions about anything that we went over just now with the presentation? All right, I see a lot of familiar names and faces, so I know you guys pretty much know what's going on. Anyone who's new here have any questions? All right, awesome. Well, if you guys don't have any questions, I can let you all go so you can grab some dinner. I know it's late in some parts of the country where you all are. So yeah, that's all I have. Tameka, any last words? No? All right, guys. Well, thank you again. Thank you all for joining. I hope to see you all here again next Tuesday. Invite a friend, invite a client, and we will see you then. Bye. You're welcome, Crystal. Bye-bye.